Bro, I ate lunch in my stairwell in high school, literally in a stone stairwell. I used to eat and hear my echoing of my chewing. And I'm not saying that to be like, oh, boo-hoo me.
Get that ugly, disabled freak away from me. I don't want to look at his fucked up face. His smushed in, garbled, baby, disabled face. I don't want to look at it.
All those years ago in your This Week in Clickbait bullshit, which you made merch from and tried to laugh at me always, this is now my response to that 8 years in the making. So now we got two things. We got the thing that you've been bugging me about. You've been literally punching down on me for 8 years.
Little dirty ass midget. It ain't my fault your ass only 5 feet tall. It ain't my fault you only 5 feet tall. Fuck you gonna get mad at me cause you's a midget.
Star Wars Theory, professional victim. You might have seen this post he made a few days ago, sharing a screenshot of one of his comments. Theory, we're about the same age, and I recall when I grew up that if you admitted you were a Star Wars fan, you would get beaten up because you were a nerd. You had to have conviction to be a Star Wars fan back then. I don't think people realize how true it is in saying that we bled for this fandom. And Theory's response, the amount of shit we took for being Star Wars fans as kids in the 90s and 2000s was equivalent to COD 2 online lobbies. It was not a fun time. You were literally an outcast. Now it's mainstream, but only if you support the ideology-injected projects. And if you don't, well, choose your buzzword. Being a Star Wars fan meant social destruction. Or like what you like. I chose to like Star Wars, and I still too do this day. Real Star Wars, that is. That's interesting. What does Star Wars Theory consider real Star Wars?
This was really an exceptional ending. And I really enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed the film. I would even go as far as saying, I don't see episode 8 as being in the canon timeline. I see 7 and 9. And it was a beautiful ending to the sequel trilogy. And, so far as doing the entire saga, sure, it wrapped it nicely in the end. And it left me with a good feeling. I'm happy. I really loved it. And I shouldn't be made to feel like I can't say that I loved it.
And he apparently doesn't support the ideology-injected projects? That's interesting considering what he's said in the past.
I don't, for example, care that Anakin is straight. I mean, for all I know, maybe he's just a closet homosexual and he's just trying to fit in and he's, into Padme. I don't know. I really don't know, and I don't give a shit. It does not change Anakin or his character or his story for me. I would argue, do you guys care if I'm gay?
And as for being bullied for liking Star Wars, I don't buy it. There's no way someone growing up as the prequels came out was bullied for liking Star Wars during a time when most people liked Star Wars. Was he bullied? Maybe. Was he bullied for liking Star Wars? Sure, that could have happened. But was he bullied because he was a Star Wars fan? I doubt it. If someone doesn't like you and they want to bully you, they're going to make fun of the things you enjoy, regardless of what it is. Similar to how I bag on the Disney shills for liking Disney Star Wars. I think blaming the bullying that you faced on the fact that you were a Star Wars fan is 100% a cope. I'm going to sound a bit like a bully here, but Star Wars Theory and most of his fans are corny little bitches. And if that's how you are as an adult, you were probably similar to that as a child. So if Star Wars Theory did get bullied as a kid, that doesn't surprise me. He probably fucking deserved it. And constantly clinging to this victimhood, this experience of getting bullied, it's pathetic. Everyone got bullied as a kid. I got bullied. Everyone fucking got bullied. You don't see me crying about it like a fucking bald-headed bitch. And you have stupendous yes man, that fucking creature, doing a face reveal and kind of saying the same thing that he got made fun of for liking Star Wars. Bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. He seems like a fucking cunt. That's probably why he got bullied. And I've been made aware of a video that I think perfectly highlights how stupid Theory's fans actually are.
So recently I've seen there's quite a lot of hate towards Star Wars Theory, aka the biggest YouTuber who posts Star Wars related content, right?
So right off the bat, mentioning that he's the biggest Star Wars YouTuber, no one gives a fuck about that except for Star Wars Theory and his loser fans. It makes them feel special being a part of this fandom of the biggest Star Wars YouTuber. It makes them feel like they actually mean something.
He has spent well over 1 million on a Star Wars independent fan movie that will be free to watch for everyone, and he doesn't make a cent of money on it. And it looks better than Disney's Star Wars, and it's using characters that people actually want to see.
And Star Wars Theory spending $1 million on a fan film that he's not going to make any money from, that just makes him a retard. No one who is financially responsible would do something as stupid as that. And saying it looks better than anything Disney are doing, and it's using characters people like, fuck off. It is cringe fanfic bullshit. Mace Windu coming back? He's dead. He needs to stay that way. Him returning to fight Vader is fucking embarrassing. Whoever wrote that, and I doubt it was Star Wars Theory, whoever wrote that can fuck off. And I want to make it clear that just because I think Star Wars Theory is a retard and a fake fan doesn't mean I hate him. Just because I think his fans are fucking idiots doesn't mean I hate his fans.
Theory is pretty much the only entrepreneur and independent creator that is trying to make good Star Wars content for the fans, right? Who care about OG Star Wars, who won't let it die.
Star Wars Theory doesn't care about OG Star Wars. He doesn't even know what real Star Wars is. Making a fan film, spending a ridiculous amount of money on a stupid fan film is not gonna keep Star Wars alive.
Sure, you can not like him, you can not like his takes, okay, like you can think he's a Disney show, but it would be moronic to not recognize how we do need more Star Wars fan movies.
We do not need more Star Wars fan movies, you retard.
He has spent the most on an independent short film, non-profit, right? And there isn't a lot of rich, wealthy YouTubers using their money, investing it for something for society, for the populace. It's not for him. He's not going to make a cent off this Vader 2 upcoming independent film, right?
Yeah, he's not gonna make any money. That doesn't make him look good. That makes him look like a fucking idiot, you dickhead. And yeah, no other YouTubers are doing that. I wonder why. It's probably because they're not stupid. All you are doing is highlighting how fucking irresponsible he is with his finances. Before the production of this fan film had to restart, he already wasted 6 figures. He is incapable of handling his finances properly. And he's not doing it for anyone but himself and his massive ego. He thinks he can make Star Wars better than anyone else, despite not knowing what real Star Wars is. And if he got a phone call from Disney asking for him to work on their movies, he would do it. That's what he really wants. He wants to work for Disney Lucasfilm.
They don't want to admit that he's doing it, and people should be doing it with his fame and money, which is, it's a kind gesture. He doesn't have to spend 1.2 million on a project in which he won't benefit from financially, right? And you have to recognize that kindness and that authentic stance. No one is doing that.
Authentic stance. Star Wars Theory is the least authentic person in the fandom.
To provide us something that's actually badass and cool and well written and respects George Lucas's Star Wars.
Badass and cool and well written. You haven't even fucking seen it, you twat. How would you know it's well written? Absolute goof.
It looks freaking amazing. It looks better than Disney Star Wars, and that's what we need. We know Disney won't give us good Star Wars, so what do we need? We need fans. We need independent projects and movies that actually grant us our dream, right? That Disney never bought Star Wars, and the content didn't downgrade in quality and excitement, right?
And that right there just proves that this loser, this cock jockey for Star Wars Theory, has not read the expanded universe. Because clearly everything you want in Star Wars, it's already there in the expanded universe. You don't need Star Wars fucking fan films from losers like Star Wars Theory. You want good Star Wars? You want stories with your favorite fucking characters as if Disney never bought Star Wars? They exist already in the expanded universe.
All of the super theory haters, would they spend, if they did have 1.2 million, would they spend that much money on something they won't make any money for?
No, we wouldn't spend that much money on something we wouldn't get a fucking return in, you cunt. You dumb cunt. That is what you are, and that's what Star Wars Theory is for spending all that money.
I don't agree with every single take Theory has had. And what's weird is people forget that people change, and all of his, people say things in the past that they want to agree with today, their present version, so...
Yeah, but guess what? Star Wars Theory's opinions haven't actually changed. Because back in the day, he supported Disney Star Wars.
I really loved it.
And today, he supports Disney Star Wars. He hyped up the Skeleton Crew every week. He supported it. He liked it. He said that's real Star Wars. That's what George Lucas would make. It's bullshit.
I'm grateful. I'm super thankful that there are entrepreneurs, there are Star Wars fans out there that will throw down their cash just to make greatness, just to give art, just to provide amazing, incredible, entertaining, actually well-written, badass characters again in Star Wars, right?
Well-written, badass characters. Like I said before, you haven't even seen the fan film, you sloppy bitch. And you want to see well-written, badass, entertaining characters? Read the EU! There are plenty of them who exist in there. Luke, Han, and Leia are all awesome in the EU. You wouldn't know anything about that because you're a fake fan and you haven't fucking read it.
It's like everyone that hates Theory, are they gonna secretly watch Vader too? Because like, if you hate him, are you not gonna watch it, or are you gonna watch it? I know I am, because I'm fucking excited, and it looks amazing. It looks ridiculous, bro. It looks god tier.
Yeah, we're probably gonna watch it. We're probably gonna make fun of it too. Because Theory spent over $1 million on it, and he's not getting any of that money back. But he's gonna use this fan film to scam his fans with his Theory sabers, those marked up China sabers. He's gonna make plenty of money off you fucking idiots.
Apologize if it seemed super glazing towards Theory, but I mean, I'm just trying to be real and honest, and it's like, if he was a Disney show, he would not be spending 1.2 mil on an independent project. There's the Disney Star Wars fans that are wealthier than him, and yet they're not making shit, dude. They are not making anything.
Disney Star Wars fans that are wealthier than him. Who? You couldn't name a single fucking one. There's no way there's a single Disney shill who has more money than Star Wars Theory. And it's not a gotcha on those shills for saying, hey, you guys haven't spent the money on a fan film. If anything, it just shows that they're real fans more than Star Wars Theory is. In the sense that to them, Star Wars is Disney Star Wars, they don't need anything else. To the real fans, OG Lucas fans, we have the films and the expanded universe. The fake fans like Theory think they can do it better and make their own projects because they're fucking egotistical cows.
So I think the wealthy Star Wars fans that have a bunch of money and spend it on themselves kind of need to reconsider. They need to reconsider. They why not spend a little bit of your money if you're so wealthy to provide something for the world, to better the world, and to give OG Star Wars fans content that will make them feel a sense of excitement and love for the destroyed IP franchise.
This fan film is not providing anything to the world. It's not bettering the world in any fucking way. And if you want that sense of excitement, like I've said already, read the expanded universe, which you clearly haven't fucking done. And this is like an example of the new age shill, where they're shilling for Star Wars Theory, like Cantina Talk.
Oh, send this to Melvin too, by the way. I'm not fucking scared, dude. You're not gonna do shit.
Who also shills for Theory sabers. And you have that fat-headed loser, Star Wars Sith, Mr. Cardboard Cutout fucker.
If he is Tenebrous and they retcon Khmer to be venomous, that I'm on board with that. Now, I know both Tenebrous and Venomous are both Biff, right? The Figure and Dan species. Venomous wasn't in the book for that much, so I'm fine with them changing it to Khmer, potentially.
Buys the Theory merch, now he's out at MegaCon, helping him sell his sabers to his fucking idiot fans. All these people are fucking fake fans, and they need to fuck off out of this fandom, because they don't belong here. You either want Disney Star Wars to succeed, or you don't. If you're a fan of Disney Star Wars at all, you're a fake Star Wars fan. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. I'll see you guys later.